going to start out with just a promo video for Journey Off the Map, but I'm going to walk you through as to how to find things. We're going to be on the internet this morning on the Lifeway website, and so that's where I'm going to be taking you through. And so I just want to show you how to get where we're going so that when you go there, you will know where to go. So all I did was to log on to lifeway.com, and if you go all the way to the bottom of your screen, there's a word here called More. If you click on it, it will give you lots of other options to choose from. You are going to go under Sites to your VBS. Click on it, and it's going to take you right to the Journey Off the Map information. And don't you know it worked perfect before you came in here this morning. It worked perfect yesterday. I was like, we're good.
There is a legend of an undiscovered country full of adventure, of encountering the unexpected, of seeking the heart of God. It's time to start the journey.
This summer, Lifeway invites you to come with us off the map and into uncharted territory.
Jesus will be our guide in this journey off the map, an adventure where we begin to understand that obedience to God can lead us beyond the expected.
Each day, you'll gather at the Overlook to kick off your journey with high-energy worship.
After that, it's off to the Tangled Branch Treehouse to study the Book of Daniel. Or rush over to the Shady Grove to get your creative juices flowing.
Visit Boulder Bridge and learn where God is at work across the world.
And when you're craving a snack, there's always something cooking at Survival Springs.
Or pick up and carry a tune of Rushing Waters music.
Each study, activity, craft, everything about Lifeway's VBS is designed to be age appropriate, even down to the music. Your kids will be singing these all-original tunes all summer long.
Watch short movies introducing biblical themes. Awesome games that teach. Decoration tips on how to turn your classrooms into an adventure.
And all this fun is centered around learning about Jesus. You'll hear about Daniel and discover that when you're faced with the unexpected, you can always listen for God's direction. Take the first step in your journey off the map with a VBS 2015 Jumpstart Kit. It has all the essentials you need to begin planning your adventure.
This summer, let's see God as our ultimate guide in life's journey off the map.
Take your VBS into your community. It's easy with the VBS 2015 Backyard Kids Club Kit.
All right then. Well, welcome to Journey Off the Map, VBS 2015. My name is Dawn Upton. I'm from Smyrna Baptist Church in Dinwiddie. I have been the children's minister there for 9 years this July. I was previous to that a public school teacher, and as our church began to grow, they needed someone to lead the children's department, and so they asked me to come on board, and it's been a blessing ever since. This is my 4th or 5th year. I've lost track because I did take a break serving on the VBS state training team. So this is always a lot of fun, and I've enlisted some of the team members from my church, and so together we have a great deal of fun. And of course, you saw some of my children up on stage this morning, and so I'm very proud of them and their courage to get up there and to lead you all this morning. So thank you for being with me. I appreciate you being here. And like I said, I'm going to take you through the website this morning because last year, if you were with me, I took you through a PowerPoint of my presentation, and it's a little bit different this year. We were trained differently, and so I'm going to take you, in fact, I was not trained on this at all. I happened to stumble upon it and said, that's probably what they need to know more than what I learned at Ridgecrest when we went in January. And so, how many of you are brand new directors in here this morning? God bless you for taking that challenge on. How many experienced directors? Awesome. And who are my pastors in here this morning? God bless you as well. Thank you for supporting your church and your VBS directors. I appreciate you very, very much. And not that my pastor doesn't support me. He supports me in everything that I do, but he is not able to be here this morning for other commitments. So anyway, we are on the Lifeway website under your VBS, and so it takes you to this colorful page full of interactive things here. And we're going to start out with first the biblical content. Our VBS scripture, which Miss Kim in the worship rally already introduced to you, which is Isaiah 30:21. And whenever you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear this command behind you. This is the way, walk in it. That is also our motto. This is the way, walk in it. Journey off the map is no place that we are aware of. It is unknown to us, but it certainly is known to God. It is a jungle rainforest theme, very tropical, and the idea is that most everything is kind of mutant or gigantic, so it is something undiscovered by us, and so we don't necessarily have a place to travel to on the map, but God will lead us there surely as we walk in His way. And so that's what our VBS theme is. I'm going to take you to at the bottom here because this is the easiest way. You'll find as you scroll down the page, you'll find that you can visit these places as well. But if you scroll all the way to the bottom, down here, you can click each one of these, and this is where I'm going to take you to today. Alrighty. Also, when you come to this page at the top, each one of these tabs, you can click on and find what you're looking for. So, this morning on your green sheet of paper, let me ask you, do any of you need an administrator guide? I have 3, 4, or 5. We won't necessarily go through them, but if you don't have one that you will need for your church, perhaps if you're from a church, if y'all can share, that is wonderful. I'll see if Miss Cheryl Chadwick doesn't have any more up front that we can get for you, but hang with me. Alrighty, so as directors, pastors, leaders, you need to know some information, and these are the 6 steps of Vacation Bible School. Number 1, you are to know your purpose. So under director, if you want to write, anyone need a pen, by the way? I do have a pen. Are we good? Okay. Under director, you're going to write, know your purpose and theme. We'll go through the leader one in just a moment. Each day, if you look on the back of your green sheet, the daily biblical content, and we'll go through that, has a specific purpose and theme. This is what this is talking about. Know your purpose and your theme for each day. Directors, this is very important for you to know your material inside and out. because your leaders are surely going to ask you, and children will too. So that is step 1 of your process. Step 2 is start planning now. How many of you have already started planning? You've already started your decorating process. You've started enlisting your volunteers. Awesome, awesome, that's great. If you have not, do not panic. This is the perfect time to do it, okay? You're here today, you're gonna get motivated, hopefully, and now you can go back to your church and start exuding that inspiration and motivation and encouragement to the people you want to enlist in your planning process, and then enlisting your Vacation Bible School leaders and workers. And training can take place over the course of the next couple of months. How many of you do a June VBS? July? August. Okay, all right, very good. Our August people have plenty of time. However, the weeks fly by, don't they? And before you know it, things come up and it can get backed up. That's one reason why I like to serve on the VBS state training team, because it forces me to be in the planning process beginning in January. And we've already started many of our decorations. And so it's kind of good for me to be on the team in that way. All right, step 4, you're going to promote and publicize.
What was 3?
Oh, I'm sorry, enlist and train your workers. And then we promote and publicize. Do we have anyone in here that has just the most exciting way that you promote your Vacation Bible School? Anything that maybe none of us have heard of before? Yes, ma'am.
I mean, our town has once a month, where they have people come and sell stuff, booths and stuff. I mean, it's a big event, and we set up a puppet show that promotes the vacation.
Awesome. Okay, I like that idea. We have an Easter extravaganza coming up in the next 2 weeks, and so we will be promoting and having on-site registration on that day. Of course, we do Good News Bible Club in the local school close to us, so we promote through there. As of last year, this has changed for us, but prior to that, our school superintendent of Dinwiddie County was wonderful about allowing us to send home at the end of the school year an invitation to Vacation Bible School. In every Tuesday folder that went home at the end of the school, they got an invitation. Because so many churches, including some of our Muslim churches, got wind of this, they started wanting the county to send home their things too. And so they have now stopped that, and they had to go to a lawyer to find out what is appropriate to send home and what is not. For 3 years, we were blessed to be able to send that home. So if you have a county administrator that is able and willing to allow you to send home through your school, utilize them. That's how we got a great number of our VBS students through advertising through the school. Unfortunately, other religions and entities have caught on to that. And I personally can't blame them for saying no, because I certainly wouldn't want anything Islam or Muslim to come home in my child's Tuesday folder. Okay. And so, anyway. All right, step 5 is to register participants. And there are a number of ways you can do this. Social media, ladies, I'll get ready to call you boys and girls. I'm so used to it. If I call you boys and girls, I'm sorry. I'm used to it. Through social media, Facebook, of course, your church website, on-site registrations, any activity that you might have going on, I would utilize that as a way to get students registered for Vacation Bible School. And then step 6, continue the connection. And that means vacation school, Bible school follow-up, your evangelistic approach to staying in contact with those children and those families that come to VBS for the week but don't necessarily attend church or Sunday school.
Question.
Yes, sir.
Are we able to order this online from Lifeway as well?
Yes, sir. The everything, all the materials are on the Lifeway website. Yes, sir. All right. So if you scroll back up to this same page, and then you click on the tab, Leaders, and this will be good for you when you are training your leaders. When you go back to your churches, you will use this with your training, okay? The directors is for you. This information is for the leaders. So, step number 1, leaders are to prepare your hearts. That includes us directors and pastors. We should teach from the overflow of what is in here. Let me read to you just a little. I'm reading this book called Teaching to Change Lives by Dr. Howard Hendricks. Wonderful pastors, promote this book with your Sunday school leaders and your leadership team. This is an awesome book. Teach from the overflow of your life. We cannot teach students what we don't know, okay? I had a Sunday school teacher come to me just a few weeks ago, and she said, Miss Dawn, I am so sorry to do this to you, but I have to give up. She teaches the 1- and 2-year-olds. I have to give it up. I said, okay, what's the problem? What can I help you with? She said, to be honest with you, she said, I feel like I don't know the stories well enough myself to be able to teach it to them. And then I start second guessing myself, and I go home beating myself up because I'm not sure that I taught it correctly. Praise the Lord, she had the courage to stand up and tell me the truth. Because I don't need a warm body or a pretty sunshiny face to fill a spot. I need a good qualified leader, one that knows from the overflow of her own heart how to teach God's Word.
Name it.
The law of the teacher, simply stated, is this. If you stop growing today, you stop teaching tomorrow. You cannot impart what you do not possess. Grow in the grace and knowledge of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. The teacher must know that which he would teach. Imperfect knowing must be reflected in imperfect teaching. John Milton Gregory. This is good stuff. Leaders,
What's the name of that book again?
it is called Teaching to Change Lives by Dr. Howard Hendricks. You can go on to Amazon.com. Awesome, awesome read. It's an easy read, it's a quick read, and it really does speak to the heart about teaching. What's important. So prepare your hearts, prepare your teachers' hearts. Hold weekly devotions, even if you send it out in an email, or if you blog. You can reach your leaders. I have started to do webinars where if we have to cancel a meeting for all the snow we've had, and we ended up canceling all these meetings, I said, you know what? I can't keep getting backed up by not having meetings. So I went on to, I Googled, and I came up with Zoom, I think it's .com, and you can easily, free, set up a webinar to where you can hold your meeting right on the computer at 9 p.m. Everyone logs in, and then you hold your meeting right there so that you don't miss a beat. And that is another way to hold Bible devotions. Okay? Technology is a wonderful thing, and it is a very dangerous tool as well. Step 2, leaders, get the basic facts from your VBS director. Director, you are in charge. Everything must flow through you because at the end of the day, it's going to come back on you. You will be held accountable. So make sure too many heads on the dragon can be very, very dangerous. I have an issue with, I'm in charge of the women's leadership team in my church, and one of them called the other day, and she is the one in charge, and she said, suddenly I find that I have 3 directors instead of just me. What should I do? I said, get rid of the other 2. No, that they should report to you, because ultimately at the end of the day, your name will be the one called out should something go wrong. And that will keep the steps in order, the leadership in order. Step 3, plan. They must plan as well. Children know when we are prepared for them. They know when we are unprepared for them. Children know when you are prepared. They walk in and they feel the excitement. They feel welcomed. And if you are a Sunday school teacher, especially on Sunday morning, and sometimes we do this, we just ran out of time during the week, and Sunday morning we're just going to ad lib. And if you're not prepared, students know, and they come in, and that's when chaos begins. They need structure. They need careful planning. And our servant king serves us constantly. He never ceases. Why should we cease to serve his people, his children? Step 4, gather and prepare their materials. Now, directors, you will lead and guide them as to what their budgets are. You may even purchase those materials for them, but they must understand what responsibilities you have for them and what responsibilities they are to do for their individual classes and sessions. So if your pre-K leader says, well, I thought you were going to get all that stuff and the children are about to arrive for Vacation Bible School in 30 minutes, you've got an issue. They need to know up front what you're going to get for them and then what they are responsible for preparing and gathering. They are responsible for teaching. They are the ones, if you have specific Bible studies, I have one, so we rotate to all the same Bible studies. So I have one teacher, and then she has assistants under her. If you operate your Vacation Bible School that way, I know some churches are so large that they have several different Bible studies for different age groups. Whatever it is, they are the ones responsible for the teaching, not you directors. You will be overseeing so many other facets of the day that you cannot do both jobs. Please excuse me. And then step 6, your leaders need to be involved in continuing the connection.
What's step
Number
5?
5,
Oh.
number 5.
Did I? Oh, teach. That's teach. That's teach. I'm sorry.
And 6.
So step 4 is gather and prepare. Step 5 is teach. And then step 6 is continue the connection. Here's why you want your leaders to be part of the follow-up. It's because they are the ones that made the individual relationships with those students during the week. You want those specific people to go, you want your pre-K team to go visit the pre-K families. You want your middle school team to go visit middle school families, because they're the ones that connected with those particular children during the week. Follow-up is very, very important to Vacation Bible School. And that is the one that always kind of goes by the wayside, because you're finally at the end of the week and you take a deep breath and you go, and then you really don't want to see or hear anything about Vacation Bible School for a long time after that. And yet, we should not let that critical period of visitation go. I would say within the first week or 2 of the end of your Vacation Bible School, you need to be out there visiting families. and inviting them to church and to church activities. All right. Yes, sir.
Has there been any discussion or thought on making a connection with the prospective Sunday school teachers, since they would be the ones inviting them back, like the back to church Sunday and
That's
class?
yes. That is a great idea, to take your preschool Sunday school leaders with your preschool Vacation Bible School leaders, and they go out together, because when those children come to your church, they're going to connect with your Sunday school. Great point. Absolutely. I am fortunate this year. We have a new associate pastor. And I have given him a brand new job, a brand new title for Vacation Bible School. He is going to be my evangelistic outreach leader. So where I fall short every year after Vacation Bible School with my follow through, he's the one that's going to carry the load there. He's going to be the one setting up the teams to go out. I will be a part of the team. I go once a month. I'm on a visitation team, and I go out and visit children's families. Once every Tuesday night, once a month. I will be a part of this evangelistic effort, but I need someone else to take that part of this responsibility. That's a huge responsibility. It is a huge outreach responsibility, for lack of a better word right there, and I need someone else to lead it for me. So if you have someone in your church that you know loves to go visit people, put them in charge of leading this effort. Take that off of your plates, put that on theirs, and allow them, but you be a part of it, okay? We should not expect others to do what we're not willing to do, okay? All right, I'm going to jump over. We're going to visit the biblical content. We're going to visit rotations. Let's go to a day at a glance, because here's where you can quickly, easily see what your leaders are going to be teaching each day of your Vacation Bible School. This is not in your notes. Again, this is all, I did not recreate any of this. This was so pretty and laid out so well. I said, I'm just going to take you here. I only made the directors, leaders, and the biblical content one for you. So day one, the theme is to know your guide. It has all of the Bible references that you're going to be your leaders will be using while teaching this theme. It has your missions component there. And down here, it lays out what your arts and crafts will be for that day, what your music will be for that day, the music theme song, what recreation will be doing for that day, and snacks. Now, these are in your administrative guides, okay? So you can get a quick glance there. If you have access to the internet, I would use this. It's very well laid out, and it's colorful, and I like that kind of thing. That stimulates me.
Does it let you change it?
No, ma'am. I tried.
We typically don't use the crafts from.
Oh, you don't? Oh, okay. And that's fine. For you new directors, she brought up a good point. Any Vacation Bible School theme is flexible. So, for example, if they have a snack that you absolutely know the children are not going to eat, use something that you know they will, so you don't waste time and money preparing for something they're going to throw away. You can be flexible and be creative. You don't have to necessarily use everything in here. Be flexible and creative. Good point, thank you. Now, what I was able to do, I'll just show you all this. These pictures on the back here, I was able to right-click on the picture on the website. Are you a Lifeway guy? Are you okay? Okay. I was able to copy and paste it. So if you want to do any type of pretty presentation for your people, right-click and copy. Some of them would not let me do it. There were quite a few. And I'll take you to the clip art too. Okay? All right. So that's day 1. Day 2, follow your guide, set up the same way. Day 3, trust your guide. Day 4, stay on track. And day 5, keep watching. So all of this is under the Day at a Glance tab, and that is great for your leaders just to have a quick reference. If you want to hand that out in your leader training, the snack person can say, okay, boom, 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 and write it down or jot it, highlight it, whatever he or she is going to do. Just a quick reference. Now, here's where you get into the meat a little bit, is go back to the biblical content guide. Again, this is all on the website. Here's where it's going to give you a description of the day's theme, the scripture references, and a summary of the Bible story for each day. Okay? So on day 1, you can write your scripture references. Matthew 4, 23 through 25. Luke 2, 8 through 11. 1 Corinthians 15, 3 through 5. And Galatians 4, 4 through 5. That is the scripture references for day 1. I've given you the theme. That's the picture on the left-hand side of your page there. Know your guide. And the purpose. I've written it out for you. Hi, come on in.
That scriptures, is that on that screen?
Yes, ma'am, it is. And so if you don't get this, and you do have a chance to, maybe this afternoon, you'll find it right there on the website. I am sorry, had I have, oh, you do? Okay, good. Had I have realized that I would be working with a small television like this, I would have bought my big screen for you to have blown it up. So I apologize for that, but this is what they gave me. And so I am very appreciative. All right, on day 2, scrolling down, follow your guide. Daniel 1 is your scripture for the day. Daniel chapter 1. It tells you the day's point that you're going to want to drive home with the students, and again, the Bible story. So Daniel 1, under follow your guide. Day 3 is trust your guide, and you're going to be in Daniel chapter 3 that day. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego loved God. They obeyed him even when it was difficult. And we can obey God too. Day 4 is Daniel chapter 6. Stay on track. And then day 5, keep watching. Your scripture references are Daniel 10, 7 through 12, 12, 13, and John 14, 1 through 4, and Revelation 22, 7. So that is all under biblical content. Now, I read to you the babies' 2s and 3s, okay? The themes will be the same for each grade level. However, there's 1 or 2 where the Bible verse may be different for the different age group. So you'll just have to go through each tab and just kind of check to see how they line up. But everybody's doing the same theme and getting the same point and purpose each day. But some of those scripture references may be a little bit different. How many of you do adult VBS? Anybody? Oh, awesome. Awesome. Good for you. We used to, and then the person who led that for me moved to Chester, and so I don't have them anymore. So I just haven't found anybody to do that. But adult VBS, if y'all can do that during the same time, that is wonderful. Wonderful. All right, let me take you to the rotations tab. All right, now here, I'm not going to go through each one because they're videos, but they're really cool to watch. So, for your leaders, I would take them here, and let's go to the worship rally. There are 2 videos under each tab: worship rally, Bible study, crafts, music, missions, recreation, and snacks. So if we go to the worship rally, this video is 3 minutes, 26 seconds. I'll play just a few minutes of it for you so you can see it. This tab here, right here, it has like a 4-corner box. Oh, don't mess up that. Allows you to enlarge it to full screen.
Who knew that the most remote place on earth would be our destination for fun this summer?
So these are good
Yeah, now
training
that we're at
videos to
Overlook,
use
I'd
with
have
your
to say,
people.
it's the perfect place to begin and end each day.
The Overlook is the place where
It's
kids
also
will
a great
experience high
promo
energy
video.
worship and set the tone for each day. Get your worship rally off to a great start with the Worship Rally Pack. It includes a Worship Rally Guide, Worship Rally CD set, a Worship Rally DVD, and 1 Worship Rally book. You can end each day with energy too. Tips for providing a closing rally are in the Worship Rally Guide.
Step-by-step instructions will guide you through leading the worship rally. If you'd like to show kids a video that explains the ABCs of becoming a Christian, clips are included in the Worship Rally DVD. Let's take a look.
Hi everybody, my name's Trevin, and I've got some good news to share with you. God loves you, and He has a plan for you. The Bible has a lot to say about God's plan, so I'm going to walk you through it and explain how to become a Christian. The first thing you need to know is that God rules. The Bible tells us that God created everything, including you and me.
The Worship Rally DVD also includes video clips that make learning the song motions easy.
Okay, so this is the theme song, Journey Off the Map. So for the intro, you're going to drum to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, back over here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And you'll find finished
Remember, this is
choreography
under the
videos
worship
played
rally
during the worship rally
tab.
to enhance the experience.
Now let's talk about the difference between the Worship Rally and the VBS musical drama. The Worship Rally is a large group kickoff that sets the stage for each day of VBS.
The VBS musical is great for those who want to put on a pre or post VBS performance, and it includes all the VBS music. For the musical drama, you need a copy of the music book and the music rotation and musical CD. The music rotation and musical CD is what you'll use for the VBS musical drama and your music rotation site.
If you plan
For
to do the
worship
drama,
rally,
I
you'll
would
need the
start
worship rally
enlisting
pack. It
now
contains
and
a DVD with
practicing
drama
now
segments that help set
for
the stage for
that.
each day's learning. Let's view a clip. Whenever you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear this command behind you. This is the way. Walk the way.
As you can see, Lifeway provides everything you need to ensure your worship rally at the Overlook is a great experience. Take the next step in your journey off the map. Order VBS 2015 Worship Rally resources,
Call 1-800-458-2772
or order online at lifeway.com/VBS.
or visit Lifeway Christian stores. Want to take VBS out of the church and into surrounding
I find
neighborhoods?
that
Well,
if
check
I
out
go to
Backyard
Lifeway
Kids
right
Club,
now, they're kind of
lifeway.com/VBS.
picked over a little bit, so I end up usually ordering everything online. Sometimes it eats up, shipping and that kind of thing, but it is convenient. But if you go up here to 288, I find they don't carry as much in stock as Lifeway on Broad Street. It's a little bit further for people like me to travel. It's about an hour and 15 minutes up there for me. But if you're in the Richmond area, Broad Street, I can pretty much find everything I need at the Broad Street store. So anyway, let me...
Can't you order, if you go to the Lifeway store, they can place the order for you.
They
and
can,
you don't pay
yes
shipping
ma'am,
then,
that's
do you?
right. If you order through the store, it will come into the store and you pick it up there.
I
And
know the
that's how you-
Chesapeake area out there has a wonderful resource there
Awesome.
that knows Bible school inside out and
Very good.
orders all of our stuff for
Great,
us.
awesome. So new directors, I highly encourage you to definitely look at these videos to kind of guide you and encourage you. But definitely use these with your leaders. So that's under the rotations guide and it walks through each one specifically. And then it has a video here. Let me check to see that that's true in Bible study. I'm waiting for the title to come up. Okay, it's not gonna come up. How to make the worship rally over the decorating. I wanted to see if that was true for every area. I can't remember if I necessarily looked at that. This is helpful to get you ideas about how to decorate your areas. Okay. There again, you can be flexible. Foam board is wonderful. That tree over there is made out of cardboard. And yes, it is a tree. We've had several people say, "What is that?" This is cardboard that we have scored so that I can manipulate it to look more round like a tree. And I took insulation foam and sprayed the little things. Now, insulation foam mutates, and so you can't use it, but you have to be very sparing. For example, I tried to make a fire pit the other day, and so I sprayed a big glob on there, and I should have brought it to show you. It literally, one ball has turned into a great big huge thing, and someone said, "Well, spray it green, it'll be moss." Well, okay, we can do that. So use it sparingly, and then you just take spray paint, and you just, fill in colors where you want. I used greens and browns, a different type of beige, and there's even purple on here, okay, to make it more look tropical. But that's what the foam looks like. I stressed yesterday about not it being colored in, and then I thought, well, maybe I can teach them that that's what the foam looks like, okay? And it's fun to work with. It just mutates. And the other thing, you cannot spray it on Tuesday night expecting to have it dry on Wednesday morning to paint it. It takes a day or two to cure before you're able to work with it. So just keep that in mind if you want to do that. But scoring these, if you go to, there's a place in Richmond called, it's right past Philip Morris, Atlantic Corrugated. You can see it from Interstate 95 on the left-hand side. They have all kinds of cardboard. I have a guy in my church that helps me with a lot of things. He owns a cabinet shop, so he brought me all of those. So anywhere you can get cheap and free cardboard. Lowe's, Home Depot, you have to hit them at the right time because, when they open their boxes, their refrigerator boxes work well. It's that kind of thing. Foam board, $10 a sheet at Lowe's or Home Depot. We use it every year for everything. And we bought a hot knife this year. I went to the Children's Pastors Conference in, I want to say Orlando. We go to Orlando every year. It was in Chattanooga, Tennessee this year, back in January. And they were selling hot knives. If you can get a hold of a hot knife, it will cut that, the foam board like butter. You just glide it right on through, and you can make any shape you desire using a hot knife. Now, it's costly, but a one-time investment if you use it correctly and keep it well. It is an awesome tool to have. And so, yes, sir.
How expensive is costly?
Well, now, I bought the one that has 3 or 4 different tools that you can make different shapes, $200. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
You can also buy bows, and it's a 4-foot bow, and you can cut big material with it.
Okay.
It looks like a bow and arrow, but the whole thing is
Like
hot
a
knife.
blade.
Yeah, and it'll cut right through it too.
Okay.
And we have foam blocks that we're trying to get rid of in our church.
Are you really?
Yes. So if
Okay.
anybody's interested in foam blocks,
Okay,
we have
awesome.
some left over.
Very good. Well, you might want to see him at the end of Now, when you go up to the snacks to visit, they have foam board rocks that are about 4.5-inch thickness. Those sell for about $80 a sheet. They had theirs donated somehow. So if you can find out how you can get that donated, they make those wonderful tombstone looking rocks
Those are 4x8 sheets that come from roofing companies.
Roofing.
Not shingle roofing, but commercial flat roofing. It's polyiso.
Okay, good to know. And so,
Comes in all thicknesses.
and I keep my foam board and just spray paint over it year after year, doing different, things with it. And so, foam board is your friend because it's lightweight and easy to maneuver. So, oh, and the tree branches are simply, you can use fabric, or this is plastic table cover rolls from the Party City. The tree vines I got, you can get them out of any packages you order. They're usually in your UPS packages, but I got the packing, the brown paper rolls from Staples. And one roll is probably about that long. We cut it in 3s, and it's about 40 feet long, and we just wrapped the vines. The monkeys I got at Toys R Us, I think.
I think at the worship rally, they have a daily skit in addition to the musical.
Yes, ma'am. You can do a daily skit. With the timing on my worship rally, we don't use the skit for that reason, but the skits are all, like they did this morning in the opening rally here. They're fun. They get the children excited. We usually do a minute to win it game. Real, call the children up. We do 1 or 2 of those. And then we get into doing the music, the pledges of allegiance, going through the Bible verse, the daily motto, and then we do the daily video. Okay, so all of that within about a 25-minute time frame for our worship rally. My church does a 4-hour VBS. We start at 8:30 in the morning and go to 12:30. So these are the sessions are generally set up for a 3-hour session. If you only have 2.5 hours, then you can go through and kind of cut down on your rotation times. The Bible studies, the Bible content is the main thing that you want to spend the most amount of time on. Okay? All right, so we've been here. I'm not going to take you to the Backyard Bible Club yet. Taking it home, this is a DVDs. Is it a CD? CD, yes, it's a CD. And this is great because it has the tracks on it that you go through each day. So for example, day 1, you pop it in the car, radio, CD player, and this is what you'll listen to with your children on the way home. What they learned on day 1. Let's see, can I get some audio? Oh, I'm sorry, it's downloading.
So is that is something we have permission to copy?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Where in the world are you taking me? When can I take off this
Depending on your budget,
We're
you
almost there.
can
I've been
send them
waiting
home
all
with
year
each
for this.
child.
Okay,
You can
now.
charge maybe
Is this
$2
what I think
for
it
your
is?
CDs.
That's right. It's time for
and
one of our
your
favorite
printing.
parts of VBS.
Lightweight bill printed with your church's name
I'm
on
so
it.
excited. But where
But
exactly
that's
are
going to
we?
get costly
That's
for
a
you
great
depending
question.
on the
I have
number of
no
children
idea.
you have.
What?
That's what we have to figure out.
Then how did you know where to lead me?
I just followed the sound of kids laughing, singing, and having fun. VBS.
All right then, let's get started. This year we're taking a journey off the map. A journey that is unknown to us, but known to him.
Him who?
We'll get to that later. Let me ask you a question. When you're in the car and you don't know where you're going, what is something that can help you?
Well, there's a map. Oh, and GPS. I like the sound of my GPS. She sounds really nice. That reminds me of a game.
Okay.
It's called GPS. Guess the passing shape. Here's how it works. One adult will be the caller. Every kid in the car closes his or her eyes.
Disclaimer. The driver is never, ever allowed to be the one to close his or her eyes.
Good call. After the kids close their eyes, the adult caller will call out objects or items that you're passing.
Then what?
Then, the first kid to shout out what shape that object is gets a point.
Oh, I get it. You mean like the adult caller says stop sign, and then the first child to say,
Octagon!
hey, I was giving the example.
You need to be quicker when you're playing with me.
So, the goal is for the adult caller to say an object and for a kid to say what shape that object is. Like rectangle, square, triangle, circle, oval.
Or octagon!
Sounds simple enough.
It's time to play GPS, guess the passing shape. So, choose the adult caller. Then, the kids can close their eyes and listen to the objects or items mentioned. First one to say what shape the object is gets a point. The kid with the most points can be proud of how well you know your shapes. If there's only one kid in the car, then see how many shapes you can get right.
Please keep in mind that our drive home together isn't finished, so please give yourselves enough time to continue with us after the game. When you're finished playing GPS, unpause the CD.
Are you ready to play GPS? Pause the CD now.
All right, so you can see how families could have a good time with this, and it gets the children talking about what they've learned through the day. Yes, ma'am?
Is the music one of the tracks on there for each game, or how does it?
Does it have the music track?
No, it doesn't.
I don't think so, no.
It's a separate CD.
What I do with the music CD, I buy a lot of them, and I sell them. They come in a pack of 5. Oh gosh, I want to say they're what? 10 to $12 for the pack of 5, and we sell them for $2, and that money goes towards the money that we raise for missions. So when they buy the CD, that money, the $2 goes into the missions.
You can also buy a license fee from Lifeway, and it's like $50 for 100 copies, or something like that. I mean, you'd have to look into it, but, so if you want a lot of them, then you can copy them yourself, but you have to get, you have to buy the license.
That is a good idea. And they have the preschool music and then the regular kids music. Okay. So I like those. We have not done these. I do like them. We just haven't taken the time or the money really to invest in that. All right. Under the music tab, I love this. I was so excited. You can listen to all the songs. So if you click on here, it will bring up the theme song. And then each day the grades, okay? It will play the entire song for you. Okay, so if you want to play this for your leaders during your leader training, let's go to grades 1 and 6 on day 3. We can listen here. You heard that this morning. I really do like the music this year. It wasn't bad last year, but it's really good this year. And then this is a very pretty song. Very pretty song. Then you have your babies, the music for your babies, and your preschoolers. So I love this tab. If you're at your desk at work, go to the website and have the music playing in the background. Just download it there. All right. So that takes us through the major tabs. Let me click out of there. Sorry. So you can hear me a little better. All right. So if you go up here, the VBS catalog that sells the items, you can go under the tab Shop. Okay? And here's where you can do your ordering online. Okay? Make your way back to, oh, it'd be better, easier to go to the bottom. I think I double clicked. Okay, here we go. All right. Downloads.
This is off the light.
Yes, sir. The tab at the top. Here's where you can find your clip art, all the clip art you want to use. These here are really cool. You can take, print it out on an 8.5 by 11, take it to Staples or Kinko's or some copy place, get it blown up poster size, and take it home, crinkle it up, stick it in, wash it with some coffee or tea to kind of antique it a little bit, make it look worn and weathered. Take a lighter and go around the edges of it and burn the edges. You can be very creative there with these signs. You can spray paint them at VBS training in Ridgecrest. They had, what do you call those things that, oh shoot, the name is escaping, the wooden pallets that a lot of people garden. They take and garden in them now. They put it with soil and things, and they spray painted these signs in white on those wooden pallets and had them set out and about. And if they weren't so heavy, I would have brought one with me, but they're rather heavy and awkward, so. So you can get your clip art here. Let me show you this while I was thinking about it. All the children on stage made these. This is a plunger. We got at the dollar store for $1. They make awesome stands. Who knew?
Wow.
Look at that. And the kids made tissue paper flowers because remember, everything's a little bit bigger in this theme. And so they made those during, we have homeschool co-op on Monday mornings, during homeschool co-op, and we just cut noodles and stuffed them down on there. If you have a carpet roll, or if you don't want to invest in any of that, just take green crepe paper and wrap it so that it's green. And then you can use the plunger to stand up anything. Clean plungers. You should have seen the lady's face when we checked out with 20 plungers. We have a lot of kids. But isn't that the neatest thing? And the children can do this. Wednesday night where you have free time instead of doing a craft time, let that be your craft time.
Did the store attendant ask you, what are you feeding them for snacks?
Yes. Didn't ask that. Luckily, the lady behind us said, I bet you're making flowers with those. And I said, she must be doing vacation Bible school too. So use this as a craft time. Let the children design their VBS, you know? Sometimes we can be a little bit anal about that kind of stuff, but I know I am. But anyway, you can get these through Lifeway. The blow-up dragonflies. Those I blew mine up for the first time yesterday. It's been in the package. And I was disappointed at how kind of small it was. I was thinking it was bigger, but anyway, I don't remember from Ridgecrest. But okay, going back to downloads. Oops, I was there. Okay, video clips. So you can have, this is an okay video. He's kind of lame. But in leader recruitment, I was like, really? Come on now. Here, I'll let you decide for yourself. I shouldn't make that judgment for you. You might say, that's really cute. I could see the kids going, really, Miss Dawn? But this is for leader recruitment. If you want to use this in your church, have your media sound people pull this up on, on Sunday morning. It's 4 minutes. It's saying it might take a little while to download. It's actually downloading faster than it's telling me, but anyway. Kids recruitment, I will definitely use this video with them in front of the church on a Sunday morning. We usually do it 5 minutes before, so at 10:55 when people are still gathering, we will play videos and things like that. And that kind of hones everybody in and gets them quiet and the lights go down and they know it's time for service. This is taking a little bit. It says I still have a minute and a half to remain downloading. The Worship Rally Drama teaser is pretty good there. Lifeway has a movie, Lifeway does have a movie this year for this specific theme. And if I can get you there, I will. It is a 45-minute movie. How you decide to use it is up to you. I'm still trying to decide, do I want to use it on family night because our program is already in upwards of an hour? Do I want to add another 45 minutes to do the family movie then? Or do I want to use it as a follow-up event where we invite the families back for maybe hot dogs, maybe a fun activity outside, and then we gather inside for a movie as a follow-up to Vacation Bible School and as a means of introducing your church and your people to those that are not in church. This has taken a really long time to download, and I'm sorry about that. But anyway, if you go under videos, you can find the leader recruitment, kids recruitment, and your worship rally drama teaser. Okay?
The 45-minute movie is something you buy from?
It is. It's something you buy. It's $12.99 on the Lifeway website, and I'm definitely going to get it. How I'm going to use it, again, I'm not real sure. And then there's something on there. It sold with a license. I didn't want to say it was right around $50 or so. And we have a church site license for showing movies anyway. So I'm thinking I don't need that license. At least I'm hoping we don't, because we pay a lot of money to show movies and DVDs, because we use those as church community outreach events. Okay, if you go under helps, you will find your door hanger templates. If your church goes out promoting door to door, you can download these here in PDF format. Registration flyers you can find here, your mission supply list, craft supply list. If you want to recruit over the phone, it gives you a phone script that you can follow if you're not sure what to say. So there's some great helps there. And then here's one that you will want to go to, the associational downloads. Here is where you have all of the downloads you might find that you use for directing. Now the video is going to play.
Guess who has 2 thumbs and will be single-handedly responsible for disappointing children at VBS if you don't step up? This guy. Hey! Mel, what's up? And while I am ecstatic about the 2015 VBS Journey Off the Map, you should know that I'm not really good at anything at all. For instance, crafts. The kids will need help with crafts, right? Exhibit A. Made this myself. It's a wallet.
A wallet.
VBS needs people that are crafty and creative, or at least patient to volunteer. We're going to have an issue if someone doesn't step up for snack time, because I only know 2 recipes. This is my Journey Off the Nutrient Chart casserole. It's my own recipe. If you can wash your hands, and you are legally permitted in kitchens, we can use you. Let's talk about VBS. Never had a lesson. We need people that can teach and lead songs. Otherwise, there could be a multitude of kids that sound just like me. Just like me. We need help with older kids, younger kids, babies. We need help with games and fun. We need help teaching kids about the Bible and about Jesus. The things we do this week plant seeds in young hearts for a lifetime ahead. Let's take our kids on an amazing journey off the map. To join in the fun, talk to someone about volunteering.
Okay, so he's so quirky. It's funny. You can use it if that works for you and your team. So definitely go through here, scroll through these PDFs that you can print off and use for your, here's your final report. Let me just see if this is what I've given you here on the white paper. Okay, it's set up a little bit differently. But you can find your helps there. Okay? And then for you new directors, there is a VBS blog found here as well. And it goes through and you can see what the Lifeway people out in Tennessee are saying. These are the people who trained us. Jerry Woolley, I know him. Great guy, wonderful children's pastor, very creative. He puts out a blog that can be helpful and encouraging, so I encourage you to visit there. But all of this can be found on the Lifeway website this year. If you were with me last year, I need to apologize to you again. I told you at the end of our session that I would email you my PowerPoint presentation. I tried and I tried, and I did not have the right format. And bless his heart, some pastor wrote me and said, you can divide it in half. Well, for him, that may be very simple. For me, not so. And so, anyway, that did not get out to you, and I apologize for that. This year, you can go straight to the Lifeway website at the bottom and click on all your tabs for information that you may need. Do you have any specific questions for me? Alrighty, yeah, the pink paper is for you to, if you want to share with your leaders about sharing the gospel with children, that's just great information that you can copy. And I wanted to share with you that this is what I'm doing this year. When I went to Ridgecrest, I attended one of the breakout sessions with a youth pastor who recruits who actually does an application process for their teenagers. And I thought, that's how I'm going to control my teenage population. They have to fill out an application, and on that application, they have to answer a brief description on their salvation experience and explain briefly how they would lead a young child to Christ.